Do you ever feel like your life is just random? Things are just happening out of the blue and you don't know what to do? Find out 7 ways to fix that.
This is Rich Fontaine, and I'm here just to let you know one small message. You are the seed. Just understand, you're not what everyone sees. You're more than that. But it always starts from the inside, before you'll see it external. Either you could agree with me or not agree with me. But either way, I feel that this right here is a successful conversation.
Somebody wants to tell you where you should be, where you should go, and how you should act, you tell them this. Your opinion is not
How to stop randomness in your life. Now, understand, I want to put one quick disclaimer. Randomness is going to happen. It's just nature. There's an ebb and flow. You can't predict everything. So what you want to do is ride the middle of the ebb and flow versus getting caught up in it. Getting caught up in it. Because life is going to come at you. But if you plan for it, you can better handle the obstacles that are going to come your way. So, how to stop randomness in your life? Great question. Number 1 is you have to have a major purpose or goal. A major goal. Paulo Coelho from The Alchemist called it your personal legend. Napoleon Hill calls it your major purpose goal. It is why you are here. See, the problem is we're living life based off other people's expectations of ourselves, of the society's rules, of, oh, my parents want me to be a doctor, so I'm going to be a doctor because my parents want me to. Or, I like doing certain things, and this avenue industry is making money, so let me do that. And we go away from why we are here. And some of us don't even have a plan. We're just going through the day-to-day. It's what Napoleon Hill calls a drifter, a bag in the wind. Somebody that's just going with the flow. I don't know where I'm going. I just go over here. Oh, the path's over here. Okay. And you're just running around, but you're not focused. You're not laser focused on one goal. And when you're laser focused, when you know what you want, and you're determined, you make a decision to go get it, that's when life starts activating for you. So number 1, you have to have a major purpose goal. We'll talk about purpose in another video, but regardless, you have to have a major purpose goal and write it down. Say, before I die, I will do X, Y, and Z. Before I die, X, Y, and Z. And let that be the way you live your life. I was reading the book, The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, where he says start with the end in mind. And this is what you're doing. You're starting with the end in mind. When on your deathbed, what are they going to say about you? How are they going to talk about you? And make that the major purpose goal. I want them to say this, that, and the third. And when you have that, that's when your life just starts activating. You know what to do. You don't make better decisions. And your life starts to become less random because you know where you're going. Now, once you have your major purpose goal, you have to reverse engineer that goal. And how you do that, and they even say in the Bible that the cosmos, the universe, God, omnipotent, the Brahman, whatever you want to call it, starts with the end in mind and then works its way backwards. So that's what you want to do is you want to start with the end in mind. And then you want to work yourself backwards. So number 2, you want to have a 50-year goal. Now this is in the hopes that you might be 50 years old right now. Like, Rich, I don't think I have another 50 years. But still have that 50-year goal because you never know. Change in medicine, change in times, you just never know. So have that, even if you pass, what is a 50-year goal? So, because you might have a understudy. Somebody told me a story about a man that was building a bridge. And during that time he was building the bridge, he lost his legs. Not lost his legs, but he came up with a disease where he couldn't walk. And so he was in a wheelchair. But he always watched from across the street the construction of this bridge. Now he ends up passing, but his son ends up finishing that bridge for him. So 2 things. He finished his 50-year goal even though he wasn't there, and his major purpose goal. So start with your major purpose, and number 2, a 50-year goal. So in 50 years, what am I going to be? What are they going to say about me? How is it going to look in 50 years from now? Now you break it down to your 20-year goal. Okay, in 20 years, where am I going to be towards this major purpose goal? Have I fulfilled it yet? Have I done anything? Like, what is the... and the major purpose goal, remember, it could be after you pass. What's good? Like Napoleon Hill, when he wrote Think and Grow Rich, he said this is going to be for generations and generations and generations. That was his major purpose goal, to write something that will affect generations in a positive way. Not just in his lifetime, but generations. So now then you break it down to number 3, your 20-year goal. In 20 years, where are you going to be at? Where are you going to be at in 20 years? Now you're planning your own life. Now you're trying not to make it random. So in 20 years, don't worry about, well, I don't know what's going to happen in 20 years. You should, because you planned for it. Like T.D. Jakes said this to me once. Success is never by accident. It's just not. You planned for it. Anyone that reached success, planned to be there. I remember they were talking to Michael Jordan. He said he already planned to be the greatest player on the planet. That was his goal. It was a major goal. I'm going to be the best player on the planet. And so every decision he made was going towards that. Number 4 is to have a 10-year goal. Again, we're reverse engineering. So 10 years from now, where are you going to be? Or where's your life going to be? Who are you going to be married to? Are you going to be married? Are you going to have kids? Not have kids? Where are you going to be living? What kind of clothes you wear? Where's your income? What kind of job are you going to have in 10 years from now? I remember when I started my 10-year goal, I was going to write books. And I said I was going to have major books. I was going to do videos. All these things that I'm doing now was part of my 10-year goal and that I'm fulfilling as we speak. Number 5 is a 5-year goal. What is your 5-year goal? What is your 5-year goal? 5 years from now, where are you going to be? Again, you're reverse engineering. From 5 years from now, where are you going to be towards your major purpose goal? What decision are you going to make? Are you going to have another degree? Are you going to have more education? Are you going to do more training? Are you going to leave your industry completely and join the industry that you were meant to be? What is going to happen to you in 5 years? Number 6, you're going to have a 1-year goal. Where are you going to be 1 year from now? And most people, I tell you, I ask them all the time, so where are you going to be 1 year from now? I have no idea. That's how randomness happens. I can tell you where I'm going to be a year from now because I planned for it. Now, every single time does the plan hit right there on the mark? No. But since I planned for it, usually it happens within, if it doesn't happen within the year, it happens within the 2 years. So all you're doing is aligning yourself to a plan. So every decision you make, you know exactly where you're going within that plan. So you have less random and you're finding success. You know, Earl Nightingale said success is the steady realization of a worthy ideal. The steady realization of a worthy ideal. I'm teaching you right now how to be successful. To have a worthy ideal, your major purpose goal, and then do everything you can to go towards that goal. The steady realization of it. Number 7, you have to have a monthly goal within that year. So what is your goals every single month within that year? So March, what's going to happen? April, what's going to happen? June, what's going to happen? Every year before the clock strikes 12, I have a yearly plan, and then I break it up into monthly plans. So January, okay, this is my plan for March. Okay, so what am I going to do in January and February to get to that goal in March, right? Number 7, you have to have a weekly goal so you can fulfill your monthly goal. So every week, right before the week starts on Sunday night, I write down my weekly goals to help me get to the end monthly goal. And every time I do, I ended up doing more because lots of times stress happens. Something you didn't expect happens. You get sick, you get tired. All these things that may come into your life. Again, the ebb and flows. Once I have a list, I just work my list. I just work my list. I don't try to overthink. I just said, okay, this is my list for the week. I just work the list. And I end up accomplishing things. Even if I can't push myself because something happened, I always fulfill the weekly goal. That helps me fulfill my monthly goal. It helps me fulfill my yearly goal. Then the 5-year goal, 10-year goal, 20-year goal. Number 8, daily goals. You have to have daily goals. So every single time you are pushing yourself to fulfill that goal for the week because everything affects each other. You know, it was Will Smith that says to build the best wall, you have to lay a brick at a time. Just a brick at a time. And what are you going to do daily to lay a brick? and lay that brick. And if you have great days, routine days that you made a list, okay, I'm doing this today, I'm doing this Monday, this Wednesday, this Thursday, every day is a successful day because you planned for it, you accomplished it, and you executed on it. So those are, and you don't need hourly goals or secondly goals. You don't have to go that far. But if you have a daily goals, it'll always end up leading to your major purpose goal. So what are we going to do? We're going to have a daily goal. We're going to have a weekly goal. We're going to have a monthly goal. We're going to have a yearly goal. We're going to have a 5-year goal. We're going to have a 10-year goal. We're going to have a 20-year goal. We're going to have a 50-year goal. And we're going to have a major purpose goal. And once you could do that, you're preventing randomness in your life. And you're actually planning for the success that you truly want in life. Again, this is Rich Fontaine. You could agree with me or not agree with me. But either way, I feel this was a successful conversation.